If you ever feel like EA is against you or that this game is rigged, then this is how scripting really works in EAFC. The word scripting comes from DDA, which stands for Dynamic Difficulty Adjustment. And there's a reason EA uses this in this game that you don't know about. EA's goal is to keep playing this game as long as possible, so if you were losing every single game, you'd probably hop off and just go play Rocket League instead. So EA can't make you play better, but they can do things to make your opponent play worse. And there are two main ways that EA can use DDA to affect gameplay. The first way is the classic scripting that's responsible for us breaking our monitors.
I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear!
You can have a shot aim perfectly in the top corner, green time it, and the coding software will just make it miss anyways. It can make the worst mistakes in game, like when your goalie lets one go in that Cal the Dragon would have saved.
No. He hits it!
And it's responsible for your Mbappe having 34 pace, while your opponent's Harry Maguire feels like prime Maldini. The second way that EA uses DDA is called pack incentives, otherwise known as pack luck. EA knows that if you pack an unreal player, you're gonna play the game more, open more packs, and usually buy more FIFA points. So that's why your mates in Division 8 end up packing Mbappe from squad battle rewards, while your Division 1 foot champs rewards don't even give you a single walkout. And way back in FIFA 20, there was a full lawsuit against EA to determine if they use DDA and momentum in games like FIFA, Madden, and NHL. They determined that EA does have a patent on DDA technology and is capable of using it, but that they have never included it within Ultimate Team to make the game unfair or rigged. And you might be sitting here thinking that it's a skill issue, but I'm not fully convinced that there's something more going on here. You have to remember that this game isn't actually players on the field and footballers, but that it's a bunch of codes, probabilities, and equations to determine what actually happens on your screen. A good example of this is like a header on a corner kick. Ideally, it's 50-50. Either you win or your opponent wins. But if you're 6'4" Virgil van Dijk, you have an advantage because of the height. But if he's tired and fatigued, then you have a disadvantage and it kind of drops a little bit. But then if you green time the corner, it goes back up again. If you have better positioning versus your opponent, you have more advantages. And there's about a million things that make it super complicated. But at the end of the day, it's just probability that you win or you lose. And scripting like this isn't just new in FIFA. We see probability and physics in almost every single video game. An example is Prime Fortnite, where we see people glitching through walls, getting headshots, stuff like that. You could be a little bit off on your aim, but when you pull the trigger, it'll still deal a little bit of damage to him. And all of this is perfectly done so that they can make you keep playing their game. Because if you were always missing your shots, never getting any wins, you'd be frustrated and probably just go play a completely different game. So now back to this FIFA lawsuit. We don't actually know what happened and what the prosecutors saw when they were at EA headquarters, but they claim that they talked to the engineers there, saw how it worked, how they integrated their technology, and then they ended up just dropping the lawsuit. So this was never actually determined in a courtroom, and we never got a final ruling from a judge, but this was also more than 4 years ago, so I don't want to speculate anything here, but there is a lot that could have changed since FIFA 20 all the way to EAFC 24, and I won't believe anything until I see it with my own eyes, because I have seen a lot of crazy stuff this year that could only really be explained by scripting. So I guess we'll never actually know if scripting is a part of EAFC, but make sure to let me know what you think, and make sure you hit that subscribe button for more EAFC 24 content. Peace.